This is a sad song. This is the saddest song in the world.
Yes, it is.
This is a sad...
You just keep singing, man.
Okay. This is a sad song. Hey, hey. Sad song in the world.
Got a nice voice, man.
Today I'm talking about Olivia Rodrigo's album, Sour. I feel like I could connect with her, Olivia to Olivia. So I was really excited to listen to the album. And instead of just like hearing my reactions, I wanted to do a ranking of each song because I think that now I have a grasp of what each song sounds like. And I know which ones are my favorites, which ones are like kind of on the lower side for me. But overall, I think it's such a strong debut album. There is no weak songs. There's just songs that are better than others. It's not really my thing, but I could definitely appreciate it. Let's just go right into it. So the last song I have, she has 11 tracks. At number 11, I have the song Happier. I know a lot of people like the song, and I like it too. It's just, actually, let me just first talk about what I do like about it. I like how it's a 3/4 tempo and that it has like a very swinging quality to it. And I think the lyrics are nice too, about saying like, I hope you're happy, but not happier. It's like a feeling of bitterness after a relationship, and she doesn't want the partner that she was with to be just as happy with this new girl as what they once had, you know? And I don't know, I think a lot of people could definitely relate to this song. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that much of a problem when it comes to Happier. My thing is that it comes after like a really strong song before this. And yeah, I am gonna take into account just the arrangement of the songs because it's an album, you know? It's not like just an EP. If a song comes after a really strong song, you could definitely see like the weakness to it. And it's right after Enough For You, which is a song that I ranked really highly. And I don't know, overall, I would give this song like a 6.5 out of 10, or maybe even a 7 out of 10, just because it's just like overall nice, but not punchy in its lyrics or sound overall. But still, I don't want to like discredit her work, and I found that song to be pretty impressive still lyrically. But in the grand scheme of the album, to me, it just felt like the dullest, but it's just not something I could see myself coming back to unless I'm listening to the whole album through. So then moving on to number 10, we have One Step Forward, Three Steps Back. Now this is still, again, a great song. I love it a lot. And it sounds like she's having a hard time moving forward. And every time she does move forward, she's pulled into the mess of the current relationship that she's in. It's really well written. I love the swinging quality of it. Similar to Happier, kind of. I like how the piano personifies this feeling of stepping forward and stepping back, and it's like we're on like loop and repeat. I just feel like the start of her album is really strong material. Like we get Brutal, and then we get Traitor, and then we get Driver's License. So then once we get to One Step Forward, Three Steps Back, it does feel a little bit like a step back to me. It is a nice simple piano ballad, but I just feel like, again, in the overall grand scheme of the album, she has stronger songs. She is a strong artist, okay?
These Olivias don't come out here to play, alright?
So at number 9, we have Favorite Crime. And I feel like this is a song I really glanced over the first time I listened to it. It just didn't catch my eye as much, or catch my ear's attention, I guess you could say. It's very beautiful. I love the bridge in this song. I don't know, it is a cool idea to compare a relationship to being criminal, and I like that for her. There's a lot of nice imagery in the lyrics in this song. It just musically doesn't sound as interesting to me. Like I said, she doesn't have any bad songs. She just has songs that are better than others, you know? And when I listen to the song, it just sounds like something I would play in Vampire Diaries. I don't know what scene, maybe Damon and Elena are breaking up and then this song plays and it's like playing in Elena's head or something. I don't know, it just gives me that energy. And I'm not against it. I do like it. So for that, I would also give this a 7 out of 10 because I think it's a nice song. And then after that, we have Traitor. So I'm putting Traitor as number 8, which I know is on the lower side. I just feel like because it's right after Brutal, I'm going to be brutally honest, it just doesn't hit as hard. And it's not supposed to. It's more of like a ballad song. It's not supposed to be like that same pop punk energy. I just feel like we do still hear stronger ballads on the album, so I'm gonna put this one a little bit on the lower side. And I don't know, just like the lyrics, Olivia's very great at storytelling, and she's great at being specific with her details, very specific with her writing, and just stuff like brown guilty eyes. I wonder who she's talking about. I know this is a song, so of course not all the details are probably like accurate to what she was going through, or maybe I don't know. I'm gonna say like some of the specific details that we hear might not be accurate to her relationship, but if this is the case, girl, I think he is a cheater. What he did was wrong, more than a traitor. If he's not 100 with his feelings, yeah, I think he is kind of cheating because his mind is somewhere else and it's not with you. So let's put the puzzle pieces together. What does it spell out? Cheater. Yep. Even more than just a traitor. But anyways, let's just focus more on like the musical composition of the song. Just hearing her sing "You Betrayed Me," it hits every time. It really does. I'm just like, damn. Something about the chorus feels very Swiftian, very Taylor Swift to me, and of course that's her idol, so I expect that, and I think she's drawing from a great influence in her music. And I really like just the transition of going from such a hard-hitting song like Brutal to this very intimate, vulnerable moment of processing a relationship and realizing how dirty they treated you, you know? I personally don't see myself re-listening to this song that much because I don't really connect to it on a deep level, but I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because I could see how a lot of people would like it, although I know that she has stronger ballads, so it falls kind of right there for me. And then next we have, at number 7, we have Hope You're Okay. I feel like with the song Hope You're Okay, it's a moment where we are listening to something outside of her hurt, outside of her own pain because of the relationship and just like overall teen angst that she's dealing with. And she's realizing that other people are also in pain outside of herself, which is really wise and I think so smart for her to do on her first album, you know? Just to show you how diverse she could become when it comes to her songwriting capabilities. I think it's a brilliant closer. And I heard that the ending, it sounds a lot like the Avatar theme, you know, the dun 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 dun. And I don't know if that's a direct sample, but I sure hope it is, because if we got an Avatar stan here, I love her even more. I already do love her, but I love Avatar The Last Airbender. You can look at my channel, I already made videos about it. But yeah, it's so touching, and I just feel like she made a beautiful track. It's just not something I see myself coming back to that much. And I think the lyrics on here are some of her strongest. Yeah, so I'd give this song an 8 out of 10. It's still really good. Like, I'm just gonna repeat myself over and over again because this girl, she's got the chops. She's got the talent. She's great at what she's doing already at such a young age. She just has some songs that are stronger than others, you know? If this is your favorite song, I think you have great taste, by the way. And then next after this, we have at number 6, Jealousy, Jealousy. And this was the first time when I was listening to her album and I said, damn, she's speaking to me now. Like before I was like, oh, I am on the bleachers just watching her life unravel, and I feel like I'm an outsider over listening to all the drama that she's going through. But with Jealousy, Jealousy, I was like, wait a second, I can really put myself in her shoes here, and I know exactly how she feels right now. She's still frustrated about her image, especially when you go on like social media and Instagram. You see all these girls who use vintage filters and they're on vacation. Their lives just look so much better than you. They're so much prettier than you. And yeah, it's just wondering, well, am I as pretty? Like, I know that I'm pretty, but why can't I meet their level? And I wish I could be. And I think a song like this makes Olivia very relatable from like a universal standpoint. We all experience jealousy. Like, you might not experience heartbreak at such a young age like her, but we all definitely experience jealousy. I like how the piano gets a little crazy here too toward the end. It's just like a weird hectic moment, and it's just like, I don't know, I can imagine her throwing her phone across the room just when writing this song, you know? It's just like an ugh feeling, and I love it for her. Yeah, and I think something about this song, it just like sneaks up on you. It has this feeling that it's like cultivating some kind of like anxiety in you. The way that it sounds really works well with the lyrics, and I think it's so smart of her. I would say personally is probably would be the top 3 songs that I listen to the most off of Sour, but I know it's not her best. It's not the best of the best of what she's got on here, you know? I would give this song an 8.5 out of 10. And I also like how this wakes you up after a lot of the ballads that are taking place in the last half of her album. I don't know, I wish there was more songs like Jealousy on here, if I'm being honest. But still, a great album overall. And then next at number 5, we have Driver's License. And I mean, what can I say? You know this song, your dog knows this song, your grandma knows this song, your grandma's pet turtle knows this song. Freaking everyone in the world has listened to this song. And if you haven't, I don't know, I'm gonna assume you're living under a rock at this point. It is a sad song. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard it, did I like it? Not really, you know? And I think people had mixed reactions to it. At least that's what I saw on TikTok. It just has like this almost like cliche sadness to it, but I don't want to call it cliche because I think her feelings are real and authentic, and she's just being true to what's going on in her life right now. I don't want to discredit her feelings. I think when listening to this song through the album, I was able to understand the hype. I couldn't understand it as a single, but I noticed, similar to Taylor Swift, I always have this problem in that when I listen to their songs outside of the album, I'm just like, I don't like it. It's a bit over the top for me. It's a bit too relationship driven. And not even that. It's just like a bit, I don't know, cliche or something. But when you listen to Driver's License, when listening to the full album, it just makes so much sense. And I love the concept and theme around this very like important moment in your teenhood. Is teenhood a word? I don't know. In your teenhood, where you are learning how to drive and you want to get a car, you've got to get your driver's license, and building up to this big moment of getting her license, she is spending time with a boy that she likes. And they have this relationship, of course. You know, she's thinking, oh, I'm gonna drive to his house, we're gonna drive together. But no, he's not there when she gets her license. He's with some other girl. My only, it's not even a problem. I'm just not too crazy about the bridge. It kind of takes me out of the song. Like, I get chills up until that moment. And something about the bridge, it doesn't explode as much as I would like it to. And again, a lot of people like the bridge of Driver's License. I think I'm in the minority here. It's just very like gushy, and it feels like a Lorde-esque moment. And I don't mean that like in a rude way either, because I love Lorde a lot. But it's just the way like the vocals are layered, and I love the lyric where she's like, I still fucking love you, babe. And you know what? That lyric is how I feel about the song overall. Like, I'm not crazy about it, but I still really love you, you know? I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Still, very high ranking, but I think it belongs at number 5 overall. And then after that, at number 4, I have Good For You. And of course, I think Good For You is the single that really made me interested in listening to Sour. Because even the first time I heard Deja Vu, I wasn't too crazy about it. But Good For You, I was like, oh, so she's not just a ballad girl. She is going in a pop punk direction. And I love the direction that pop music is really going in right now. Like when you listen to Willow's Transparent Soul, like those songs came out pretty close to each other, and it's just the vibe of pop punk. I'm living for it in 2021. If anything, I just wish that Olivia had more pop punk tracks on this album, because the only ones we really get are Good For You and Brutal. But overall, I really like the song Good For You a lot. And I like how we jump to the chorus pretty quickly in the song too, because the chorus is just like the type of song you would listen to with your friends while you're driving around and you're just screaming, you know? It's just such a teen moment, and I love it. Her music is like cinematic to me sometimes, because I feel like I'm watching a teen movie, and it's just so great. A teen movie from like 2005. The vibes are great. It doesn't have the same intensity as Brutal, but it's the next track closest to it. I wrote down that the end of every verse just feels like another punch, and the song has a very punchy quality to it, which I really like, you know. I love it when she brings the teen angst. Again, not a problem, but my only thing with the song is that I'm not super crazy about the outro where she just like, oh, good for you, blah, 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 blah. I'm not sure what she says there, but I wish that the instruments could have gone like even crazier or something, and then it drops to like this very quiet moment. I think that could have been even punchier. Like, I don't know, I feel like with these tracks, it's like she goes so far, but then she stops. And I'm like, no, I need more, you know? Could she do a song with Poppy or something? Like, I need a little bit more of it. But she's so close there. And I think Good For You is overall just a great track for everyone to like. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I could see how people would like the song more than Deja Vu. And because it's just a great track. So then at number 3, I have Brutal. What can I say? This is just an absolute banger of a song. I feel like the lyrics, I'm so sick of 17, where's my fucking teenage dream? That is the thesis. That's the crux of the album here. In that people expect teenhood and your teenage years to be like, the most rebellious, the most fun, just have fun with it. And she's just like, no, that is not it. And I'm glad she's saying this, because I think a lot of teens could relate to the feeling of wondering if they're living up to the hype of what your teen years is supposed to be. And I like how in Brutal, she's like, whoa, it's brutal out here. And this song literally sounds like it could be in a movie. If this song came out a few months earlier, it definitely would have been on that movie Moxie, that Netflix movie. I feel like when she says, God, it's brutal out here, that would be the point where in this very cinematic song, like, I feel like we're in high school, you see the hallways, the kids are running around, but when she says, God, it's brutal out here, that's when she looks into the camera, you know, their eyes, and I feel it. I feel the intensity, Olivia. Great job there. And there's just so many funny lyrics, like, I'm not cool and I'm not smart, I can't even parallel park. I see, the parallel park is foreshadowing to driver's license. I didn't know we're gonna be all Shakespeare up in here, but look at her, man, with that one. That is nice little detail. And the fact that she can't even parallel park, it's like she feels like she's failing, and I don't know, we all kind of feel like we're failing at life at some point, so I'm glad that she's talking about this through her music. I don't know, I was just thinking about the album title Sour a lot, and I like how she chose that instead of like bittersweet, because she's really focusing on the bitter side, and when a food is sour, you just want to spit it out, and she's spitting out great tracks left to right, you know? It's just perfect. And even in the word sour, there's an O and an R, and it's like Olivia Rodrigo. It's such a great pick, and I don't know, Brutal is just, it emulates all of what sour is supposed to mean, and I love it. I just love how hard-hitting the track is with the loud guitars, and the fact that she's like, I just wanted to get messy, and it does get messy. It sounds beautiful in the beginning, and then it just goes right in there, and it's like, oh, I didn't expect this direction. And every time she sings, I'm just like jaw dropped, you know, like, oh, we're going there. Yeah, my only thing with this track, similarly to Good For You, I just wish there was more to the end, you know? I feel like when the da-na-na-na-na-na gets slower and slower, and then she does a little like speak singing, and she says like, oh, where do I start? It's a great ending. However, I don't know, just imagine if we came back with like the da-na-na-na-na-na, and it was even louder, and then it just ends abruptly. That would be a moment too. I mean, I'm sure like they played around with so many arrangements with these songs, but it's still a great song. I'm definitely going to listen to this one a lot. And then number 2, I have Enough For You. And I didn't expect, I'm not a big ballad person, you know, so I didn't expect to love this song as much as I did. I think this is the one song that gets me close to crying. Like, I feel teary-eyed listening to this because I just want to give her a hug at this point. Like the way she talks about in the first verse, the pressure of being pretty enough for this boy, so she wears makeup, and she feels the need to prove that she's smart enough for him by reading self-help books. And I just want to say that I know that we shouldn't throw names around, and we shouldn't say like, oh, who this song is about, and I respect both sides, but like, screw him, whoever it is. I mean, we all know who it is, but I just, the whole smart part, when she's saying that he said like, oh, I read self-help books or whatever, and she's trying to prove like, oh, I have to be pretty enough for him, I have to be smart enough for him. And I'm just like, girl, look at you now. You're number 1 on the Billboard. You have like 50,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. We know who the smart one is now. And you sure are the pretty one, so don't even bother. And I like how on this song in particular, this is the one song where she also recognizes her greatness and she knows her worth. Because she says something like, the next guy will think I'm so exciting and you'll be the one crying. And you know what? That's when I had to stand up. I had to stand up and start clapping for her. And that's when I stood up and I started clapping. She killed that. But also the part when she says, you say I'm never satisfied, but I don't think that's true. That's what she keeps on saying. But then in the last verse, she says, you say I'm never satisfied, but that's not me, it's you. She pointed the finger at him. I am here for it. This song is just amazing. This is the song that was like, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10. It hits different, and it's just so precious. It's so simple musically, but it's just as hard-hitting to me as Brutal. With that's not me, it's you. I feel like in this song, it's all about like, hey, you're wondering if you're enough for this person, but you know what? You have to realize, yeah, I was. Were they enough for me, really? Like, were they worth it? And I'm glad she's like, you know what? They were the problem. And no, it's not me, it's you. And it's just such a powerful moment. And another lyric that really hits is, I'd say you broke my heart, but you broke much more than that. Now I don't want your sympathy, I just want myself back. That burns. That burns. That burns. Like, damn, he caused her so much pain that she was starting to lose herself. I can't take it. At this point in the album, I was like, I can't handle this. I can't handle the sadness that she's going through. But yeah, this song had me clapping. It had me gasping. And by the end, I wasn't in tears, but I was very teary-eyed. And usually I don't get like that when listening to music. So I knew this was a special one. And it has to be number 2. My number 1 song off of Sour that I think is the best of her best is Deja Vu. The first time I heard the song, I was like, it's okay. But to be honest, I heard it on the radio, so I was like, meh. I feel like when you listen to stuff on the radio while you're in the car, you're like, meh. But then when you listen to the song with headphones, it just hits really hard. And I love how she gives you deja vu when listening to the track, and that she starts off talking about like eating strawberry ice cream in Malibu. She doesn't say those lyrics again until the bridge, and just that I know you get deja vu. Like when I hear her screaming, I'm just like, yes, Olivia, scream again, because like, ugh, show the teen angst. I love it. This is embarrassing to point out, but I like the little Glee reference that she has where she says something about Glee, and then she says singing in harmony, and then she literally harmonizes with herself during that little lyric. And it's just such a sweet moment. I think this is an example of word painting, I think it's called, when like the sound of the music fits what the lyrics are saying as well. And I love those little moments. It makes the track even better. The bridge, I get chills. I already said, like when she starts to repeat stuff that she said at the beginning, it's just amazing. With strawberry ice cream in Malibu. I want to get strawberry ice cream in Malibu. Yeah, it's just, this song's a banger, and it's just a summer hit. I was cautious because to name her song Deja Vu is just bold to me to begin with, because we all know the best Deja Vu is still Beyonce's Deja Vu, but this song is a close contender, I will say. Hearing Olivia scream fills my soul. The way she shouts, I know you get deja vu. She feels like she's knocking on the door of another memory in the boy's mind. Like, I know you get deja vu, hello. And it just has this punchy, like impactful quality to it. Like, I know you see what I see. I know the things that you're doing with that girl, we done together. And I know you're thinking of me. It's such a power move. This song is such a power move. Like, I love it when she gets sad and vulnerable, but when she's able to point out, hey, I know you get deja vu. I know that you were the problem in this relationship. I know that I am enough for myself. I don't have to be enough for you. It's like, these are the moments where I'm like, she's gonna make it big. She's already big, you know, but she has the potential to be just like an A-list level artist, you know? The lyrics are great. Also, another small detail that I find interesting is the Uptown Girl lyric. She says something about like, oh, I taught you how to play Billy Joel on piano, and now you're playing Uptown Girl for the new girl that you're with. And I just find it interesting that Uptown Girl is by Billy Joel. Billy Joel wrote Uptown Girl for Christy Brinkley, who is blonde. It all comes back to that blonde girl from Driver's License. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm putting pieces together. I mean, we already know the final outcome. We know what she's talking about, like, but musically, you could put the pieces together, put the lyrics together, and it's all out for you, you know? It's just the little specific details is what makes her song so great and what makes her stand out compared to other musicians today. And yeah, this song is a 10 out of 10. Overall, I think this is an amazing debut album, and I'm excited to see what else she has in store. Are we gonna get a sweet album after Sour? I don't know, but I'm excited. And yeah, if you like this video, please like it and subscribe, and let me know your ranking of Olivia's songs, because I think there's no wrong way to it. They're all great, and I'll probably agree with it either way. And yeah, tell me if you would like to see more ranking videos. I was thinking of ranking all of Taylor Swift's albums because I've never heard all of them, and I want to, especially after listening to Olivia's music. I guess I'll see you later, and please subscribe, like, have a great day. Bye.